here with a Smash review of the Northern Tournament. So, it was for anyone that didn't know what the Northern Tournament was, it was to replace Gold 2K18. And it was 2 shows, 1 day, 16 contestants, 16 wrestlers. It's going to be awesome. So, show 1 was pretty much the first round of the tournament. So you had Tyson Dukes taking on Joey Mercury. Very good match between the two of them. Mercury definitely came out as a heel of that because why not? But in the end, you did have Tyson Dukes picking up the victory on Joey Mercury. Hope to see Joey Mercury in a Smash ring again because that would be cool. Match 2, we saw the returning Kimberly to the independent circuit where she was taking on Wheeler Yuta. Another hard-fought match. Those two went all out. And in the end, Kimberly defeated Wheeler. No. Okay. So next, match 3 was Impact star Joe Hendry taking on Kevin Bennett. Starting off the match, we had Kevin Bennett's distracted Joe, but Joe, being the entertainer that he is, did his own distract to Kevin Bennett, which was pure gold. And like typical, Joe Hendry was kicking the ever-loving shit out of Kevin Bennett and did pick up the victory by making that little tap out. So happy for that. I enjoyed that very much so. Match number 4. We had the bad boy, Joey Janela, taking on Jordynne Grace. We all were happy to see Jordynne Grace back in a Smash ring because she does put on one hell of a show. And she really did whip Janela's butt quite very well. But unfortunately, Janela did pick up the victory. And, but we really hope to see Jordynne Grace in a Smash ring in the near future. And hopefully she gets a victory this time. Then, match numero 5, we had Sebastian Schwab, the endorsement, defeat Jason Cage, but it was with the help of Kingdom James. So, good to see Sebastian Schwab win, but he needed the help of Kingdom James to do it. And then we had match numero 6, where we had Brent Money Banks taking on John Greed. And those two really put on one hell of a match. Those two worked very well together. And I kind of wish they would have some sort of rivalry going. But unfortunately, that would have to make one of them heel. But they're so over with the fan base that you can't do that really well. But great back and forth. Was really hoping John Greed pulled it out. But in the end, Banks' money and Brent Banks won the match. Match number 7, we had Andrew Everett taking on Kevin Blackwood. Hold up there, though. We had an appearance by the hacker, Scotty O'Shea, and by a snap of his finger, pointed to the screen and says, Blackwood, you're out. Scotty, you're in. So, we had Andrew Everett taking on the hacker, Scotty O'Shea, with Kevin Blackwood in his corner. It looked like Scotty O'Shea was ready to pick up the victory, but Kevin Blackwood interfered, distracting Scotty O'Shea just enough for Andrew Everett to pick up the pinfall and move forward in the Northern Tournament. After that, we saw Kevin Blackwood and Hacker, let's just say, have it at each other. So that's the end of Kill Switch for you, and making Kevin Blackwood back into a face, and continuing the feud of Kevin Blackwood versus Scotty O'Shea, which should happen soon, which I'm actually very interested in seeing now. Then, for your main event of Show 1, you had Bro Matt Riddle taking on former Impact star Jade, aka Mia Yim. Oh my god, what a match. That was an amazing match. Those two put everything they had on the line. I especially love that the unorthodox offense that Mia Yim has. The one drawback I see of this match is Matt Riddle's refused to sell 90% of Mia's offense. Because it was like, she hit him with something, he gets back up, showing no little effect. So it's like, come on, man. Like, I understand you want to be this tough guy, but at least make it look like you were taking some sort of damage in the match. We all thought Mia was going to win the match with a pack-up pile driver from the top rope. And, of course, Riddle's no-sold the move at all. Got back up, did his stuff, picked up the victory. So that was your first card recap. So moving on to the second round of the tournament, you have Tyson Dukes, Kimber Lee, Joe Hendry, Joey Janela, Sebastian Schwab, Brent Banks, Andrew Everett, and Matt Riddle. So, after this short commercial break, we'll take you to Show 2.
Hey, I want rib dinner.
Zwilling, cooking not a war. Enjoy cook from a good knife.
Okay, so now continuing on with the Northern Tournament, show number 2. And we started off with the second round of the Northern Tournament, where we had Andrew Everett taking on Sebastian Schwab. Hard-hitting match. Kingdom wasn't there to make the save this time, so moving forward to your finals, Andrew Everett. The second match was Tyson Dukes taking on Joe Hendry, and with no surprise to anyone, Tyson Dukes picked up the victory. But it was another solid match between these two guys. And we hope to see more of Joe Hendry in Smash in the future. Third match was Matt Riddle taking on the lone female left in the tournament, Kimber Lee. Again, a very hard-fought match. Kimber Lee showed why she is loved in the independent circuits and WWE's morons for letting her go. And it was a great back and forth. Again, Matt Riddle refused to sell a good portion of Kimber Lee's offense. And in the end, Mr. Bro, Matt Riddle, picked up the victory. And then for your final match in the second round, you had Brent Moneybanks taking on the bad boy Joey Janela, where you had Brent Moneybanks picking up the victory. So, outside of the tournament, we did have a few other matches. We had Anthony Kingdom James coming out of his managerial role of being with Sebastian Schwab, where Sebastian Schwab came out in support of Kingdom James, taking on Terror. And it looked like Kingdom James was out of his element at the beginning of it, but showed why he's Union Heavyweight Champion, and did give some very good offense against Terror. And even a man of his age, Kingdom James got up on the top rope and did a bloody moonsault, people. And that was just pure amazement to see. But in the end, Tarek proved too much for Kingdom, and Tarek picked up the victory. But we will see more of this feud between Tarek and Suave at their next card, which will be Super Showdown 6. Well, that's not their next card, but the next true only Smash card, because their next card will be Smash versus CZW. Then we had your tag team champions, the Well-Oiled Machines, in action in a non-title match against the SSB. These two teams play very well off each other and do one hell of a job beating the ever-loving hell out of each other. And the Well-Oiled Machines did pick up the victory, but it was by disqualification. So we will continue to see this feud develop over the next couple of cards, which we'll see more of again at Super Showdown 6. Then, for match number 7, it was a Smash Championship match, where you had champion, the Beast King, Frankie TM, or FTM for short, taking on his Malice member, Vanessa the Mountain, Vanessa Craven. But to stick it to all of us, Smash Holes, they refused to fight each other. They're saying, this ain't gonna happen. Do you think management got one up on us? We ain't fighting. Instead, we'll take on two of your best. So, it became from a Smash Championship match to a tag team match, where the challenge was answered by none other than Jody Threat and John Greed. And boy, oh boy, did those guys really go at it. But in the end, Malice picked up the victory over Threat and Greed. Which leads us to our main event. In the end of this tournament, we had a fatal 4-way to determine the winner of the Northern Tournament, which would get a title shot in the upcoming future, mainly at Super Showdown 6. So we had Andrew Everett taking on Tyson Dukes, taking on Matt Riddle, taking on Brent Moneybanks. So it started off very hectic with all 4 contenders in the ring. Unfortunately, Andrew Everett did sustain a bit of an injury while taking one of the moves. So to get him out of haste, they quickly went for a pinfall and eliminated Andrew Everett. Then it was 2 of the Pillars taking on Matt Riddle. It went on for some time, but then we had the elimination of Brent Moneybanks, where he finally went bankrupt. So that led us to the last two men in the ring, Bro Matt Riddle, and the wrestling machine Tyson Dukes. And for a good portion of the time, you honestly thought Matt Riddle was going to pick up the victory. But no. We had none other than the wrestling machine pick up the victory and become number one contender for the Smash Championship, where he will be facing the champion at Super Showdown 6. I did not say it was FTM because shortly after the Northern Tournament happened, we were given a notice that Frankie TM and Smash parted ways, and Frankie TM was no longer champion, and so we have a vacant Smash Championship. So we will be finding out shortly from Malice who the champion will be. I mean, from Malice and from Smash, who will be facing Tyson Dukes for the vacant Smash Championship. So that is about it. Sorry it was not as in-depth, but it's hard to remember what exactly happened at this tournament because I'm doing this review awfully late. But I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more Smash Wrestling reviews. Unfortunately, I did not get the reviews for Smash versus CZW. But that was a very entertaining card. My next Smash review should be up tomorrow for Super Showdown 6, which featured the undeniable one, Tessa Blanchard, and He's Not Human, PCO. So stay tuned for that. This is Tyler. Don't forget to support me on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to the other members of Tyson Papa Production, Brian and Cindy, as well as follow us on our combined YouTube channel, Tyson Papa Productions, where we will be giving you more group breakdowns of various independent cards, which should be coming up. More should be coming up within the next 2 weeks. But for now, peace out all, and remember people, this is Smash.